This young girl had just woken up. She discovered a strange man cooking in the kitchen. Seeing this, she woke her sleeping mom. But her mom laughed and told her not to worry because the man was their new cook. However, Anna was still very suspicious of this man. Faced with the hearty breakfast David had prepared, she looked disgusted and even complained to her mother on the way to school to get rid of this unwelcome guest as soon as possible. Mom explained it was her father's dying wish, but Anna replied, "If Dad really cared about you, why didn't he marry you?" Mom was speechless. She'd had no choice but to promise to consider her request. What Anna didn't know was that Mom was diagnosed with terminal breast cancer. She'd had less than 6 months to live. So Anna's father arranged for David to work for them as a cook before he died, promising him that if he took care of mother and daughter for 6 months, he would receive a pension for life. But women decided to keep David. They agreed not to tell Anna about the cancer. When Anna came home from school and found that David hadn't left, he brought a whole bunch of world-famous books. And what made her even more furious, David said that Mom could just flip through these books, but she needed a library card. Anna gave him a blank stare and ran to her room. At dinner time, her mom gently comforted her angry daughter and handed her a library card made by David. But Anna was determined not to give it in. She tore it up right in front of her mom. She even went on a hunger strike. But David's cooking was magical. The food he made every day not only looked and tasted good, but was almost never the same. So when the first rays of the morning sun came out of the clouds, the smell from the kitchen became Anna's natural wake-up call. And every time she saw a different kind of food, she couldn't hide the joy on her face. In just a few days, Anna was completely won over by David's cooking. She even invited her best friend over to taste it. David captured this cozy scene with his paintbrush. As for their living expenses, her late wealthy father covered all their costs. Every time she went out to buy groceries, Mom always tried to save as much as she could and slipped David a few Root Bite coupons. As time went on, Anna wanted to get to know the man who was as mysterious as her father. Sometimes she would stand on the balcony and wait for David to come back from the grocery store. Sometimes she would listen to him and her mom talking about the plot of a novel. Life flowed slowly through these ordinary but heartwarming moments. Anna's heart opened up without her realizing it. One day, Anna finally found the courage to approach him and asked to borrow a book. Looking at the glued card, David couldn't help but smile. But he didn't blame Anna. He picked out one of the many books, The Three Musketeers. Anna had always hated reading, but this was a journey she couldn't resist. From Treasure Island to Isolde's Prophecy, to Little House on the Prairie and A Tale of Two Cities, her little library card chronicled her adventures. The depths of books not only mesmerized her, but also planted the dream of becoming a writer in her heart. Under David's care, the woman who had only 6 months to live miraculously survived for 6 years. Anna grew from a little girl into a beautiful young woman. David didn't leave when his contract ended. He used his savings to continue caring for both mother and daughter until her mom became bedridden. Anna realized that her mother had been sick for a long time, but she never understood why David stayed. Seeing his silent dedication for years, Anna finally couldn't hold back her curiosity. "Why don't you ever tell us where you live? And why do you go out every night?" David said it was his private time. But looking at Anna's expectant eyes, he answered a few irrelevant questions. But when asked if he had a girlfriend, David got a little angry. This time he shouted angrily,